she respects the audience. It is just a solid story told in the right way. I didn't have a very pleasant experience in December. I mean, cinema experience. I and my friends came out of cinema hall disappointed. You could tell that the makers of Something About the Briggs were intentional about how they tell the story. Everything in Something About the Briggs just felt deliberate. The film builds tension naturally, allowing the story to unfold by itself. I could literally count the number of lines he had in the movie, but we understood the character. You don't need plenty talk to actually make your points. Show us. You don't need to tell us. If there is one thing this movie got absolutely right, it's the casting. This is our first episode of the year on the Hits or Miss segment on my YouTube channel, and I'm super excited because I've missed you guys. Trust me, I've missed you guys, and I'm sorry for not recording videos for some time. I just had a whole lot on my plate and I had to take a pause for some time, but they're back. I mean, the team, we are back. So we're going to be bringing, because this year 2025, Nollywood has amazing stories for us. We're going to be having a lot of gist regarding Nollywood stories, directors, Nollywood generally. So if you are a lover of Nollywood, you love African stories, you love the African cinema, you love watching movies generally, I think you need to stick to this channel. And I think I need to do a brief introduction, not to the existing subscribers, but for those who are joining us for the first time. My name is Victor. Many know me as the bearded chairman, so I prefer you call me the bearded chairman. Why the bearded chairman? That's going to be a gist for another day, because today we have a special gist. We're going to be talking about...
Of course it's a big deal, Dina. Of course it's a big deal. Anyway, no man can try that rubbish with me. You need to stop acting timid and start taking charge. I mean, after all, you're the man.
It's no wonder your husband had an affair. That's what happens to contentious women. They drive their husbands into the arms of other women.
You didn't show up for the job interview I recommended you for.
It's not my thing.
Is anything ever your thing?
No. I'm not going to have it. I'm not your husband you can be talking to anyhow. If you try any rubbish with me, I'm going to deal with you.
How, Richard? How? All I need to do is sit on you and you'll be history.
Let me backtrack a little. I didn't have a very pleasant experience in December. I mean, cinema experience. Because even the most hyped ones, the most hyped Nollywood film was underwhelming. I mean, I and my friends came out of cinema hall disappointed, because as if what I ordered versus what I got, and bear in mind that cinema ticket right now is not cheap. So I think the producers or the makers of Something About the Briggs understood this and said, you know what, I got you. I'm going to give you guys something about the Briggs. I'm going to give you guys something special. And voila, Something About the Briggs happened. Just so you know, this is the first Nollywood cinema release of the year, of 2025. And let me just say that this one came with a whole lot of intentionality. You could tell that the makers of Something About the Briggs were intentional about how they tell the story. From the first 5 minutes, I knew that, listen, we are about to have an experience. A very pleasant and unique experience. Unique storytelling. From Nollywood, I can boldly say we've told a story that can stand the test of time. Something About the Briggs is a unique story that can stand the test of time. And you'll know that this film was made by people who understand the cinema culture of Nollywood, of Nigeria, and of filmmaking generally. We are going to be breaking it down in our gist for today, and like I said, the movie title is Something About the Briggs, and we will know if it's a hit or if it's just noise or if it's a miss. So we're going to be starting off with the story. So I would say that the story for Something About the Briggs is It's very simple but effective. Only few directors know how to do this trick, and one of the directors that I know there might be many others, is Biodun Stevens. From all her films, you know that she tells simple stories, but these stories are very engaging. And this tells that a story doesn't need to be very complex for it to be great. You get? And I think that is where a lot of Nollywood filmmakers miss it. But Something About the Briggs just keeps it simple but very, very engaging. I mean, you could tell there are cinema experiences and there are cinema experiences. But I feel Something About the Briggs gave us a cinema experience. So, like I said, it's about the Briggs family, a household of 6, includes the parents and 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. But here's the catch.
There was an old woman that casted a spell upon the Briggs family.
Anyway, I'm just joking. Here's the catch. 3 of the eldest children are in struggling marriages, and that's terrible. Their terrible experiences have made the last born character named Sophie being afraid of marriage because she has no track record of a successful marriage. Her eldest sister, failed marriage, struggling marriage. Eldest brother, struggling marriage, like cat and rat marriage. The immediate elder brother, struggling marriage. Now, for Sophie's fiancé, he has been dying to tell her that, listen, I don't care about your family. I want you. You are not your family. But the girl is like, listen, I feel there is a curse in my family, and if we get married, that curse will affect us. And the guy is like, listen, I love you. There is love in the air. So I'm going to be giving you a treat because we're in the week of love. Okay, this is February 14th week. A week of love. So even if you are wearing face masks, the love will still intoxicate you. So this is a treat. If you have a guy that is pestering you, take the guy to go see Something About the Briggs. Let it be in the evening, cool evening, babe. Or guy, okay, you are interested in me, right? Let's go see Something About the Briggs. I feel at the end of watching the movie, you're gonna ask, okay, should I jump into a conclusion? I mean, Something About the Briggs just keeps keep a lot of questions in your mind, like about marriage, about relationship, about family, about partner. And you could tell that the makers of Something About the Briggs were intentional and they wanted to revive the cinema culture or give the cinema culture in Nigeria a very great experience. So like I said, this fiancé of Sophie, I said, listen, I don't care, you have a bad family, I want you. She said, fine, okay, follow me to go see my family. Fine, you are going to see the madness yourself. And they began the family tour. It was drama on drama. I mean, it was everybody. Listen, if your name is Olumide, avoid this. Don't watch it. I'm just kidding, but that just shows you how engaging the power of storytelling can be. I mean, the film builds tension naturally, allowing the story to unfold by itself. I mean, you could literally tell that this story was not forced. They were not forcing this thing into our mouths. I don't know if you get. And this is where Nollywood needs to actually take notes. You don't need plenty talk to actually make your points. And that is where Something About the Briggs came to play. Show us. You don't need to tell us. Show us. A great example in this film is Mr. Briggs. I mean, he's the head of the family. But he barely spoke throughout the film. I mean, but yet we understand his character. We understand that he played the character of a man that has been silenced all through the years of their marriage. Just by one word, yes dear. I mean, we could tell who this person is. I mean, I'm talking about the head of the family. I could literally count the number of lines he had in the movie. But we understood the character. The director knew that just one word from Mr. Briggs can let the audience know who Mr. Briggs is, and she took that route. And to be honest, that is smart and intentional storytelling. Like I said, there is no spoiler in this zone, there's no spoiler in this family. So at the end of this our gist, you will need to go see the movie yourself, and let's talk in the comment section about what we think about Something About the Briggs. Now we're going to be talking about the performance, the casting of this film. If there is one thing this movie got absolutely right, is the casting. Listen, there is no single character in Something About the Briggs that fell out of place or that felt out of place. Every actor understood their role and they played it into perfection. And I don't know, it just shows, like I said at the beginning, the producers or the director of this film was intentional about what she wanted. Let's start with Stanzi Nze, the youngest son of the Briggs. Stanz has proven to be one of Nollywood's finest actors that has a range. His character in this movie, his character's marriage was one of the most intense marriages, from all the siblings. No spoilers, like I said, but I just want to let the ladies out there to know that, listen, you can't change a man that doesn't want to change. You can't fix a man that don't want to be fixed. If things go left, for example, the relationship was working well, it's not working well again, I think you can walk away. The pairing with Elma, that played his wife, was a perfect casting. There was no sweet chemistry between them, but even the chemistry they had, you could tell that these characters have gone through a lot of rehearsals before pulling this great work of art, and their performance was unbelievable. We need to actually applaud the director for such direction or such blockings, and even the actors, their performance was impeccable. Aside that, we had Robert and Gloria Young, who played Mr. and Mrs. Briggs. Like I said, we had Emma and Stans, who played another power couple, Iyabo Ojo and Kenneth. It was those couples. Iyabo Ojo is a conny man. Let me put it that way. And Daniel and Arike, who were the star or the main character, and Rita Dominic and Olamide. Listen, like I said, if you are Olamide, your name is actually Olamide, you need to actually see this film. Every single cast in this movie delivered. It actually felt like we were watching a proper Nollywood classic, and the type of film that this is the type of film that we can actually show to the world. Next, we're going to be talking about the directing. Now, we've been talking about the director, this is the director that. We need to give accolades to the director. Bukola Ogunsola. She actually came prepared. And this is my first time of watching her work on the big screen. You could see that she actually put a whole lot in telling the story. She actually put a whole lot in the development of the story, and I feel we need to give her flowers. She gets it. She got this right. You could tell that her direction was actually intentional. The film was crafted with care. The film was crafted with a whole lot of intentionality. The film was crafted with a whole lot of hard work, from the set design to the post-production to the costume. The entire team, the art direction team, they were able to pull this. They were able to capture the royal family class of the Briggs. You could see how she was able to guide the actors. You could see how she was able to order the pacing of this movie. The story, everything in Something About the Briggs just felt deliberate. You could see the intentionality of filmmaking, and I'm so proud that we can have a film like Something About the Briggs. I feel when we have a good film from Nollywood, the whole world should know that, listen, we can tell better stories. And that is why, as a filmmaker myself, I actually love taking notes from stories like this or from filmmakers like this. Because one thing I told myself this year, that I want to be a student of the game. I want to understand the game. And if you love Nollywood or you love filmmaking, I think learning from directors like this is actually worth it. Now, we are wrapping up, and we're going to be talking about the technical side of this project. I mean, the cinematography, the art design, the art direction, and also my favorite, the post-production. Guys, I have to give a clapping ovation to the entire art direction team. I mean, like I said, we were able to see class. They didn't tell us, we're able to see it with our eyes. I mean, from the set design to the costume to the props, the intentionality was there. And I think after the whole thing, you need to double the pay of these guys. They did absolutely well. I mean, also the cinematographers or the cinematography department, it was smooth. I mean, I know that Nollywood don't have cinematography problem. We've passed that stage. Gone are the days when we're like, for lighting and cinematography, we need to improve on it. No, Nollywood knows how to handle the camera. From the recent movies we've had in the past year, 2024 and even 2023, you could see that there have been this growth in our cinematography level in Nollywood. And I mean, there is also there's room for improvement. And talking about the post-production, one of my favorite departments, I mean, you could tell that these guys actually enjoyed working on this project. The editing, the transition, everything was just tight. I could tell that the post-production guys in this team enjoyed working on this project. There are some acting or there are some delivery actors will give you. You will enjoy editing. You will enjoy post-production. And I feel these guys that handle the technical side of Something About the Briggs need to be given the accolades about on the work that they were able to pull. My final thought about this film is if you love Nollywood, I think you should watch Something About the Briggs. I'm not trying to promote this film now. I'm just trying to tell you, because one thing I want this channel to be known for is truth. Something About the Briggs is a good one. Well directed, well acted, and most importantly, I think Bukola Ogunsola, who is the director of this project, she respects the audience. No unnecessary talk. She didn't force drama. No drama was forced. I mean, it is just a solid story told in the right way. And my only concern is the marketing. I know marketing takes a lot. Marketing is a whole lot of budget. And my only concern is that aspect. This movie should be everywhere. I mean, I just pray and hope that they are able to push this film louder. Make it louder. Let people see that, hey, even if you've had a bad experience watching Nollywood film, this one is a good film. So I feel down to the final moment, is Something About the Briggs a hit or a miss? Something About the Briggs is a hit, and I will give it a solid 9/10. And I want you, like I said, it's a gist. I want you to come to the comment section if you have watched it or if you have seen Something About the Briggs. I want you to let me know what's your thoughts. What do you think about Something About the Briggs? Let me know. And guess what? We have more gists coming your way this week and even next week. So stay tuned. And like I said, if you're a new subscriber or even if you've not subscribed at all and you've been watching our channel, encourage us and subscribe, like, and turn on the notification button, and you will always have something interesting to watch on the hits or miss section of the Bearded Chairman's channel. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you later.